All right, welcome to today's Explainer. We're taking a bit of a breather from the heavy, abstract stuff today, and we're diving into something super hands-on. It's a technical guide for building a classic flying paper kite. Yep, a paper kite. It's the perfect family-friendly project, and honestly, there is some really cool, practical science hiding right behind this childhood staple. You know, building a kite is just one of those timeless things. It perfectly bridges the gap between generations, mixing a little bit of creativity with some really neat, simple engineering.
The guide actually opens with this really beautiful thought. There is nothing like going out to play outdoors with something made by ourselves. I mean, I absolutely love that. It perfectly sets the tone for us today. Because think about it, we spend so much of our time now just staring at screens, right? Or buying these ready-made, mass-produced things. But building a kite with your own two hands, it creates a truly special kind of bond. It's all about craftsmanship, a little bit of joy, and that undeniable thrill of watching something you built from scratch actually take flight. It's that exact feeling of personal accomplishment that makes this whole project so awesome.
But here's the best part. It is secretly an incredible learning experience. Seriously. Before the building even begins, kids, and let's be real, us adults too, are getting a literal masterclass in physics. You're picking up a basic understanding of aerodynamics just by dealing with wind and air resistance. And then there's elementary geometry. You're not just hacking away at paper, you're actively constructing rhombus shapes to make sure the weight and tension are perfectly distributed. Plus, you're building fine motor skills through all the cutting, the tying, the taping, and it all leads right into active outdoor play. It brilliantly shows how hands-on fun is, hands down, the best teacher we have. It takes abstract concepts and puts them right in the palm of your hand.
So, how do we actually get started? Well, the good news is you don't need a high-tech lab or expensive parts for this. The materials you need are literally everyday items you probably have lying around the house right now. We'll need a large sheet of paper. Honestly, newspaper works perfectly for this, and hey, keeps it eco-friendly, right? Then, grab 2 light wooden sticks. Think along the lines of thick skiers or maybe some thin dowels. You're also going to want some strong adhesive tape, some fishing line or a really durable string, and finally, a few ribbons or paper scraps for the tail, plus a good pair of scissors. That's the whole shebang. The accessibility here is incredibly high. You could probably gather all this stuff in, 5 minutes?
Now, quick pause before we start building. We do need a highly important safety alert here. Because we're using sharp scissors to cut the paper and size down those wooden sticks, adult supervision is absolutely crucial. Those wooden sticks can get pretty pointy and sharp at the ends, and we really want to make sure nobody gets hurt with the tools or the wood. It's a simple precaution, really. Just keep a watchful eye so the whole process stays safe, secure, and fun for everyone. Because a safe environment means everyone can just focus on the fun part, the creativity and excitement of the build.
All right, materials are prepped, safety check is done, let's get building. Step 1. We take our 2 wooden sticks, cross them to make the structural skeleton of the kite, and tie them really firmly in the center with a piece of string. Step 2. And hey, here's where that elementary geometry we talked about comes into play. You place your paper underneath the skeleton and cut it into a rhombus shape. You got to make sure those corners perfectly match up with the tips of your wooden cross. Moving on to step 3, grab your tape. Use plenty of it to securely fix the paper's corners right to the sticks. Then you're going to tie a piece of string to the lateral ends of the kite to form what's called the bridle. From that bridle, we attach our main roll of control string. And finally, step 4, attach that long, colorful tail made of ribbons or paper right to the bottom.
Now, I actually want to linger on that final step for a second because it is genuinely fascinating. We're talking about aerodynamic stability. See, adding that long tail of paper strips or fabric, it's not just to make the kite look pretty up in the clouds. I mean, it does for sure, but it's actually a completely crucial functional element of the design. As the wind rushes past that flat rhombus shape we just cut out, the kite naturally wants to just spin totally out of control because of uneven air pressures. The tail adds this essential drag and weight at the bottom, which pulls the kite's center of gravity downward. It's exactly what provides that aerodynamic stability and stops the kite from just wobbling wildly and crashing straight into the ground. It's a perfect, practical example of wind resistance and engineering right there in your hands.
And just like that, you've got a fully functional flying machine. So are we ready for an afternoon of games, laughter, and running around as a family? I really hope this explainer has shown you not just the nuts and bolts of building a paper kite, but the why behind it, why it works, and why taking the time to make it together actually matters. You've literally just combined geometry, physics, and a little bit of creative art into one single afternoon project. So grab some old newspaper, find some string, and get outside. And you know, next time you feel the wind pick up, ask yourself, what else can you build with your own 2 hands that can touch the sky? Happy flying, and I'll catch you in the next